Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay. So, before my circle emergency meeting, obviously we had known a little bit, but we didn't pay too much attention to it because we were just trying to move through some things. So, upon further inspection today, upon some viewing of the videos rather than having to listen to it over the radio in my car, let's have a lesson real quick in subconscious undercurrents in real life. This is why it's important to learn how to energy read. And I'm not talking about body language. That's the surface of it. That's the surface that you're dealing with. That's just the surface. Because you're not able to tell what that person's intention is, nothing. So body language is almost a distraction from that. And you can't get into observational mode even for body language reading. And I suspect there's people out there that know that teach the body language thing, that know this is a thing, and they just don't talk about it. They're not allowed to touch it. Or, far worse, they're trying to gatekeep it from the public and distract and go off into a different direction. So your system isn't going to be able to comprehend the information coming in when it's been hijacked. Okay. So when you have a system that is running off of a narrative, especially if it's coming from a hierarchy, any authoritative structure, when you have that modality running in your background, okay, you're going to see what they tell you to see. You're going to see what goes along with your narrative. You're going to observe and glob onto the things that fit your modality. So if your central nervous system has been hijacked by whatever structure system, whether it be politics, whether it be religion, whether it be local intelligences, whether it be family structures, whether it be any sort of hierarchical movement that involves coercion and control, when your central nervous system has been hijacked to that narrative, that's the narrative you're going to parakeet. If you don't know what I mean by parakeet, go watch The Boy and the Heron. Okay. Parakeeting a narrative that you have been fed and been told is prophecy, been told it is the way that the world works, been told this is intentional, even been told this is a psyop, been told they just want you to believe stupid shit, whatever it is. Okay, so I lost my battery. So when we have the narrative that's being cycled through, okay, we miss the meaning. I see so many people online doing this right now. We miss the meaning. We miss the subconscious signaling behind it. Okay, this is going to be upsetting. So if you are in any way dealing with your own stuff right now and you feel already overwhelmed, I completely hold space for that, and I completely understand. This is not going to be a video for you to digest today because this is very disturbing. Okay? Because it's going to bring light to other things. It's not just disturbing in the sense that, oh, we probably already knew this was the subconscious undercurrent that they're trying to feed us. You are going to be able to take that particular energetic pattern into other narratives from other hierarchical authoritative systems and structures and institutions and indoctrinations and all narratives, including the Abrahamic ones. You're going to be able to process that much more easily once I kind of let you in on a little secret. Okay, it was so much more than just this innocent being taken from us, who not only was okay, I dated an ICU nurse for 4 years, so this really is bringing up more than just this for my personal thing, which is why I took way too much time processing this, and I didn't stay on top of it. Sorry, my kitty cat just decided that she's gonna climb the tree. So that aspect of it for me is deeply personal, and it hit places that I didn't think I was gonna get hit in. So I got hit with a lot of things, because not only did you know, that construct say, oh my gosh, you know, I know what it's like, at least coexisting with a person in that kind of caliber of existence. And even though, like, we're not together anymore and whatever else, I would never under any circumstances wish that upon, even if we had separated horrifically or whatever the fuck it was, I would never wish that upon anyone. And so that really hit in so many different ways. So you're gonna have to bear with me if I kind of, in a little bit of a way, seem semi-inhumane about this. I'm trying to be very matter of fact, so you get the read on it. And my my side quest of sifting through shadow work and emotions and bringing up those vulnerable feelings doesn't cloud what I'm trying to do for you right now. So just be vigilant about what that is, right? I'm trying to let you know that my I'm trying to keep my biases off. I'm trying to keep the regulation on the emotions, so you guys get the full picture of the narrative that's playing out right now without my little this really fucking hurts side quest. Okay, so why am I doing this by candlelight? Do you know what the candlelight does, darling? Come closer. Do you know what candlelight says to your central nervous system? Do you know what it does? It tells it, oh my God, we're safe. We can have a fire out in the wilderness and exchange ghost stories and tell the truth about stuff without being bombarded from the outside, blah, 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 blah. That's what flames do. Keep your flame. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's what the flame does. It tells your subconscious it's safe here. Because we can be known for miles around with our flames in the darkness, and we're still safe. Ooh, loves you. Mwah. Okay, so when we have the narrative we've been given, okay, we don't adhere to the narratives, okay, we push posh everybody's narrative because a lot of people are saying ICE is racist and ICE is thisist, and that's no, ICE is a completely different mechanism than we are used to getting. They are all of the narratives in one, and it is complete and total and utter control. Okay, it has nothing to do with any isms. We are about to be woken up, or at least the majority of us, some of us. Okay, the people paying actual attention already knew this. But there's a segment of people that have come to the conclusion that this is definitely different. That this is not, it's never been racial, it's never been cultural, it's never been a religious thing. At least as far as the implementation. It is just the hierarchy wanting to keep the hierarchy. It's just the authoritatives wanting to keep the authority. That's it. That's really it. Okay. So what were we subconsciously instructed today? What was the subconscious instructions? You have to play on their field, otherwise you're not going to win this. You have to see their field. You have to comprehend what's going on their agenda. And it's not written down in the 2025 agenda, whatever the hell it is. It's not written down. They tell you what they're going to do, but the psychological implementations of what's being planted in your system without your consent are different. That's right. I said without your consent. We have to remember that we're in the age of consent. Aquarius is consent. Pluto's consent. and they just joined forces. You remove consent. This is our removing consent from the hierarchy and the authoritarian mindset. We're removing its consent, and it is flailing because it doesn't have our consent. So it's trying to force our consent into violence. Okay. Side quest. What were we instructed yesterday subconsciously? What did the human race witness? What were we instructed? I'm not going to answer for you right away. I want you to think about it. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. What were we subconsciously instructed? Every astrology will know this. If you look at the astrology, we know. We know the moon was very active and we know what was happening. But for you who don't do the astrology thing, I don't want you to have to pick up a whole nother fucking language to get your ass through this. I want you to ask yourself, what was the subconscious instruction? What was playing out before the deed was done? Who were they initially attacking? Again, it's not body language. It is a play that we are being shown on a screen. And we are taking directives to it because why? Because it means our life. It means the difference between life and death. What was the general global population instructed yesterday? Not if you carry a weapon. No, that wasn't it. That was a good distractor, though. Dangle, was it just a cream pie for those authoritarians? I tell you what. Cream pie in the face of our very last Republican on the planet. But, what's the next one? Okay, we missed the subtext. We really did. We missed the huge, huge subconscious undercurrent of this whole freaking river flowing through our lives right now. Missed it. We're distracted by the guns. And then everybody's distracted by racism and all these other isms. Nope. That wasn't subconscious undercurrent to this. What did we... Oh, this is hard for me to even say. What did we see murdered yesterday? What embodiment did we see murdered? What sacredness that we have been told, lied to, and then when it actually embodies itself, oh, this is so hard. I'm burning right there with you. Those who've just come to it. I'm on fire too. Let's burn together. I'll hold your hand, baby. We got this. What was our subconscious instructed? Oh man, this is so hard. Woo. Come on, let's breathe through it. Breathe it. I feel it. I'm feeling the energy that, you're sifting through the crystalline liquid right now. I'm with you there. Let's burn. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it closer. Okay. The closer you bring the truth, the realization becomes a little bit easier to deal with. And it is atrocious, because even for people like me who do sift through the currents and we see what's actually playing out and we see the narrative that everybody's clinging to, but nobody's actually embodying, and we haven't seen it actually spell itself out in nature. Okay. Which is a what? And this is huge because of, and again, it's not about race, but they used race in a little bit of a way. The white man with a very good job, doing good in the community, came to whose defense? A woman's defense. So Renee exposed the underbelly of white women being the largest slave class the U.S. has ever known. Maybe. I don't claim to know anything about the European countries or any other white country out there. That's for you guys to decide and report back on. But that's kind of the way it's been in America. Kind of. No, it has been. See, still trying to deal with my denial about that because it's a difficult pill to swallow. So, because we're not allowed to talk about it over here. We have to give grace to everybody else while we just sit there in silence. Yeah, and it's our fault, and we've got to hold everything for everyone all at once. Okay. So, the subconscious undercurrent, for those of you who, okay, so if you want to figure it out, stop the video now. I don't want to give you any spoilers. If you want to work through that, fucking I salute you. I surrender. Fucking come back to it if you really struggle. And I'm about to reveal what the subconscious, I just hinted as much as I could at it. But kudos to you if you want to go figure it out all the way and have a write out about it. Leave a comment. Whatever. We'll bounce it off. Okay? So the messaging was any last hope that we had that white males were ever going to stick up for us or come to our defense or try to help us in a situation. And I've heard so many men already say that I wouldn't help a woman if she was being robbed. I wouldn't help a woman if she was screaming for help. I wouldn't come to a rescue because I'm afraid that woman could possibly come back at me and charge me with something for trying to help her. I've heard men say those things. Popular podcasts, Red Pill Bros. I would never help a woman in distress because she'd probably turn around and sue me. Okay. So what happened was any thread of any hope or semblance that we had got shot in the face yesterday. Because now every single solitary male on the planet, white or otherwise, is like, oh, when we help, bada bing, bada boom. I know, it's bullshit. I hears you. Who's a good papa dog? That's the subconscious undercurrent of what we witnessed yesterday. Damn it. Okay, so no, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I am calling out to my ladies. That probably hit you the hardest. Cuz we know. We already knew this. Like, we felt this in our bones. This was coming because they probably too felt it in their bones, which is why they were like, we're not going to help any females, because they've probably already subconsciously been instructed. You do that and you're cut off of the tribe for this various reasons of all the reasons. Okay. You're in no way to hold women sacred or help them or anything. Okay. This has been a long-standing thing, and we just saw what happens. What the system thinks about. Okay. So this is going to be a tricky one to deal with. This is going to be difficult. Okay. Okay, so asking men to override their central nervous system or programming or yeah, that's going to happen to me if I do that is unkind. It just is. It's unkind. So we're not, again, I'm going to go back to my original narrative. They've just created the ultimate divide. Like that crack goes all the way down. Like you're gonna need a serious bridge to now get across. I saw it coming. I did not figure this was gonna be how it showed up. Did not figure on this part. Because I know that there's women out there that wanted to believe that this, men like this existed. And they do. But it's dangerous for them. And we just found out how dangerous, which is why we don't want to call attention to those people. That's why I don't give hardly any credit. I'm out there going, fucking red pill, what the hell are you doing? Not because the men who don't belong in that group, no, they don't belong in that group. We just saw that witnessed yesterday. They don't belong in that group. This is why we don't talk to them. We don't talk about them. They are their secret sacreds. We do not address it. We do not. They already fucking know they're sacred, amazing human beings. We don't need to draw any more attention to them. And yesterday, one of them got shot. And I want to break shit. So. Fuck. So yes, every feminist knows. Every feminist knows. There are sacred beings you don't talk about, and that is the sacred masculine. The ones that are going to go out there and do that for us. And no, I'm not talking about the priests. Okay? Those are not sacred beings. Period, the end. I'll die on that hill. Those are not sacred beings. Ooh. Okay, let's try. I apologize. I'm trying to keep my bias out of this. Okay. Toning it down. Okay. We don't address the sacred beings. We don't address it. And now we have no choice but to address it. And that pisses me off, and that was our last sacred safe place. And now that's going to be dwindled. And the ones that might have been on the fence and, pushing the red pill agenda going, maybe this isn't such a great idea for humanity, are going to be like, oh, yes, it is. Yes, the fuck it is. More recruits. You notice all those ladies out being ICE agents? You notice all that? I'll say it. I've said it so many times and I'll keep saying it. Women are the worst misogynistic creatures on the planet. And those are the most scared and vulnerable creatures on the planet. Because they are so wounded to the extent of signing up to advocate for, let's do this, advocation for the low vibrational people to be removed. Ooh, that's right. I'll dig my own community, their own grave if I have to, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the honesty. I'm not abandoning the freaking truth train because it's uncomfortable. Okay, so we lost one of our secret sacreds yesterday, and I've gotta go deal with it. I've been avoiding it like nobody's business, but I gotta go deal with it. But I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown on how to process this stuff before you start listening to somebody else's ignoramus narrative. Okay? And it's probably a sideswipe at guns, but it's a subconscious undercurrent message to all men out there. Don't help. Especially if it's a woman. don't help. Okay? And women, this is our call. We band together more than ever. So the buddy system, the buddy system needs to be female with female and male with male. Okay. You go to Signal or go to some website. Leja Miller, I believe, is the lawyer in Minneapolis that has a YouTube channel, and she will help guide you. She gives you the tools, how to use this, the protocol, the procedure on tracing ice through your own streets. Okay? But the buddy system, keep up the buddy system. Just not putting each other in danger is really important, especially when it comes to our secrets. Okay? Okay. So, this feels unbearably vulnerable. So, I'm trying to pick up something to offer you to... I'm trying to think of anything else to give you on the way out. Soul sisters band together, and sacred brethren, start building up your communities, start getting walkie-talkies. I don't know what else to tell you, but like if we were to all stop paying banks, if we were to take our money out of stocks, stop paying everything, take it out of 401ks, just stop. If we were to all stop doing that, we could shut this shit down. We need to stop being cowards about it. We need to stop thinking there's anything here to save. It's all been shot. There's nothing worth it. There's nothing in the system that's worth saving. They just took out the secret sacred. And I'm telling you right now, we've got to pull the plug. We've got to pull the whole thing down. The whole thing's got to come down. Now I thought that is going to be like the sole purpose of how to get this whole thing down. Stop paying your mortgage, stop going to work, stop putting in the stock market, stop gambling shit, stop everything. Whatever is patriarchal, pull it. Pull it. They're killing their own. And they're not acknowledging human life at all on any level whatsoever any longer. And that's not an invitation to incite violence. That's what they want you to do. Okay, this is the Abrahamic narrative. We're going to torture and mutilate and just enslave and just abuse as much as we can the human race, so they hate us so much, so they confirm our conviction of evil on the planet. They literally perform the most evil shit on the planet, evil shit, whatever, bad, horrible, wretched stuff, in order for the people that they do it to react in a way that's similar to them, to get them on the same team, to get them in that war. Listen to me. Violence does not need to happen. It's not a requirement for existence here. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. So stop doing it. Stop giving in to the violence. Carry your weapons if you need to. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do what you want to when it comes to that stuff. But do not incite violence. Vet your communities and say, yeah, carry weapons and self-defense is fine. Okay. but we don't need to confirm. See, when we abuse the shit out of them, they don't like it, and then they start taking us out. This confirms their narrative over and over and over and over and over again. The Jews literally have it written in their textbooks, the Jews and the Christians, and I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the Islamic text. It doesn't matter what you do or where you go, you will be hated. They are manifesting this for themselves so they can perpetuate a war when all it is the hierarchy and the freaking authoritarian coming in and instituting this. That's who wrote all of those narratives. And we think they're prophecy when all it is just a pattern playing out that we're manifesting. They're extinction manuals. And we manifest off of them. Whatever you believe to be true will be true for you. So now you're going to get a whole slew of people seeing this, being ridiculous in their heads and getting a martyr complex and thinking that they have to go out like the priests are doing right now. Oh, they died so we could live. No, that's not what's happening here. This is not it at all. Nobody's dying so anybody can live. Everybody's dying so the people at the top can keep control. That's the only reason why people die. Stop getting it twisted. You don't need to be a martyr in this system. You need to fucking ask your humanity back into your body and say, you know what? We're all going to stand up and we're all going to pull a plug. Boom, done. It is so fucking easy. It is. It's so easy, but it's undoing yourself from all the programming that gets tough because you have, well, what about this and what about that and what about this and what about that and what about this and what about that? They're gonna all kick us out of all of our houses. They're gonna have to knock on everybody's door to kick us out. Think about that. Just think about it. Just let it sink into your system. Just perpetuate it. Take it all the way through. Think it all the way through. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Don't stop at, oh, but then we'll lose this, that, and the other thing. No, if we do this as a mass, nobody's losing anything because they can't take it away because there's not enough manpower for that. Okay? So rather than distract them by protesting in the streets, right? Okay. Just a thought. I mean, I'm not constructing anything. We're gonna have to get bigger, better, probably sacred brains in there, secret sacred brains, to like get the bestest way to do this. But until next time, I fucking love you. Keep your flame.